As we come on the air at 11 tonight, rescue crews from all around the world are rushing state-of-the-art equipment capable of finding the lost sub and hauling it from thousands of feet below the surface of the Atlantic. The Boston-based Coast Guard team is still leading the search, but the base of operations is now here. This is a live look at the harbor in St. John's, Newfoundland. That's where the mission to see the Titanic set off days ago. Those rescue operations could take hours, possibly even days. And the 5 people on board likely only have enough oxygen to survive until 6 a.m. on Thursday. But all the special equipment is basically useless until that sub is spotted, and so far, the search has come up empty. Thank you for joining us. I'm David Wade. Search crews have already covered an area that's larger than the state of Connecticut, sadly with no luck. The WBZ News team is covering all angles of this international story. We begin tonight with Ken MacLeod, who's live at Coast Guard headquarters in Boston. Ken?
David, if the submersible is still intact and the crew is still alive, more than half of their onboard air would be used up. Now, that means there's less than 36 hours to find the mini-sub, chart a rescue course, and implement it.
I would like to be proven wrong, but I'm not super optimistic.
That honest assessment tonight from URI oceanography professor Christopher Roman after the Coast Guard indicated that 10,000 square miles of surface searching has yielded nothing.
If it's on the sea floor, things get a lot more difficult. There are not really efficient ways to survey the sea floor and find it.
This is the submersible Titan just minutes before it descended toward the Titanic shipwreck on Sunday morning and went silent. Jannica Mikkelsen is friends with one of the 5 people on board, British adventurer Hamish Harding.
As explorers, we are pessimistic and objective, and as it stands right now, it would be a miracle if they are recovered alive.
In the event of a catastrophic problem, the Titan's safety system is supposed to slowly resurface it, but that apparently didn't happen. Linda Josephi is good friends with missing French explorer Paul-Henri Nargeolet.
Of all the people I've ever met, he was by far the most fascinating and interesting.
A private underwater robot is now on scene, taking the search deeper. But the gear needed to attempt a rescue 2.5 miles deep is still being assembled. And getting it to a spot 430 miles south of Newfoundland and 900 miles off Cape Cod is an enormous challenge. With only 96 hours of air on board, the Titan will run out of oxygen at roughly 6 a.m. Thursday. And given the logistics, many experts doubt there's enough time.
I don't know the answer to that question. What I will tell you is we will do everything in our power to effect a rescue. Assuming the Titan can be located on the ocean bottom, some experts suggest an underwater robot might be able to hook it to a cable for hoisting to the surface. With that in mind, military cargo planes arrived in Newfoundland tonight with a privately owned deep-sea submersible, and the U.S. Navy is sending its deep-sea salvage rig. But it could take days to get them positioned in the North Atlantic, and the clock keeps on ticking.
All these things take time and are not easy, is an unfortunate truth.
Heavy fog at the search site lifted today, and the forecast for tomorrow is good, but the reality is the submersible is still missing, and dawn on Thursday is getting awfully close. Live at Boston Coast Guard headquarters, Ken MacLeod, WBZ News.
All right, Ken, thank you.